What if the goal of our conversations was not to win, but to actually understand? In this week's episode, we spoke about how to debate properly. We were reflecting on all things, arguments, why we have them, and realistically, how to actually benefit from them as well. Bear with me here because I'm on a line bike going through London. One of the main things that Dr. Marcus and I covered was tools and tips on how to have a more effective conversation or a debate. So there was something called the Socratic method, which was done by Socrates, an ancient Greek philosopher, on basically all things on how to have a really useful and a constructive conversation. One of the main things that I took away, which I don't think I've typically done, is to go into an argument framing it with curiosity and not combat. It's why if we see a conversation as a way to win it, instead of understand it, we actually come out not having learned anything. One of the best ways that we can have conversations is by going into it trying to learn and not coming at it from a place of trying to win or be heard. This is something that I've definitely struggled with a little bit, and I think I wasn't very good at when I was younger. I'd always try to be heard or try and get my point across, but then when the other person is speaking, not really listening, I'm just thinking about how to defend my point. And the issue with that is you don't really get anywhere or learn anything or become better. The whole idea of a good conversation, a constructive conversation, is by going into it wanting to learn and listen and having that as your goal instead of trying to get your point across. I think one of the main reasons why I did this was because I was trying to come at it from such an emotional place of wanting to be heard and wanting to be seen and wanting my point to feel heard. But the issue with that, as I've just said, is that's far more combative than it is constructive. So from using one of the tools and tips from this week's episode, I'm fully going to try and lean into every conversation I now have going forwards. My goal is to, instead of get my point across, park that for like 30 seconds, just trying to hear what the other person says and actually come at it from a curiosity point of view. Whether it's my questions, my answers, whatever I'm saying, framing it as my way to try and understand, I think is far more useful. Even Socrates said it, so how wrong can it be if it's ancient philosophy?